Current affairs, the 30th of March 2020. BP Kanungo reappointed RBI Deputy Governor. BP Kanungo was reappointed as Reserve Bank of India (RBI) Deputy Governor. The Appointments Committee of Cabinet has approved the extension of Kanungo's term as RBI Deputy Governor by 1 year with effect from 3 April, when his 3-year tenure comes to an end. Kanungo was Executive Director of the RBI before being elevated to the post of Deputy Governor. He is in charge of departments like currency management, payments and settlement, foreign exchange, internal debt management, among others. SBI cuts fixed deposit rates sharply. State Bank of India (SBI) sharply reduced the fixed deposit (FD) rates after RBI cut interest rates by 75 basis points to 4.4%. According to the latest revision, SBI FDs between 7 days to 45 days will now fetch 3.5%, from 4% earlier. FDs between 46 days to 179 days will fetch 4.5% instead of 5%. FDs of 180 days to less than 1 year will fetch 5% instead of 5.5%. SBI fixed deposits between 1 year and up to 10 years will now fetch 5.7% from 5.9% earlier. Global economy has entered a recession amid coronavirus pandemic, says IMF-MD. International Monetary Fund, IMF, Managing Director Kristalina Georgieva in Washington, D.C. said, "It is clear that world has entered a recession as bad or worse than the global financial crisis in 2009. The 189-nation lending agency was forecasting a recovery in 2021, saying it could be a sizable rebound. But she said this would only occur if nations succeed in containing the COVID-19 and limiting the economic damage." Trump signs historic $2 trillion coronavirus bill. President Donald Trump signed into law a historic $2 trillion stimulus package as the American public and the U.S. economy fight the devastating spread of COVID-19. The far-reaching legislation stands as the largest emergency aid package in U.S. history. It represents a massive financial injection into a struggling economy with provisions aimed at helping American workers, small businesses and industries grappling with the economic disruption. ULA's Atlas V launches AEHF-6 communications satellite. A United Launch Alliance (ULA) Atlas V rocket lifted off from Space Launch Complex 41 at Cape Canaveral Air Force Station, carrying a $1.4 billion advanced extremely high-frequency AEHF-6 communications satellite for the U.S. Space Force. This was the sixth and final satellite of the AEHF constellation that provides secure, jam-proof voice and data communications for U.S. national leadership, military forces and international partners Canada, the Netherlands, the United Kingdom and Australia. Odisha to set up India's largest COVID-19 hospital. Odisha government to set up largest COVID-19 hospital in the country that has a 1,000-bed capacity. The Odisha government also planning to set up a COVID-19 testing laboratory at a hospital to ease the burden on the state's only other facility at Bhubaneswar. Indian Bank rolls out 5 special emergency loans to COVID-19 hit customers. Indian Bank announced its intention to help out its COVID-19 hit customers through 5 special emergency loans to large corporates, medium enterprises, MSMEs, salaried and pensioners. The bank will provide additional funding of up to 10% of the working capital limits with a maximum limit of 100 crore rupees. The loan tenure will be for 36 months with an initial moratorium of up to 6 months and would carry fixed interest rate of 1-year MCLR. Bank of Baroda to provide 2,000 rupees to every banking correspondence. Bank of Baroda said it will provide 2,000 rupees each to business correspondents to maintain hygiene standards amid COVID-19 outbreak. The effort is meant to ensure protection by the bank from COVID-19, towards its customers, general public and business correspondents themselves. JANA SFB rolls out UPI QR-based loan installment payment facility. Jana Small Finance Bank, along with the National Payment Corporation of India, has rolled out a UPI QR-based loan installment payment facility for its customers. The move comes at a time when banks are advising their customers to carry out banking services from the safe confines of their home. Tata Group commits 1,500 crore rupees to fight COVID-19. The Tata Group will donate 1,500 crore rupees towards COVID-19 Relief Fund, Chairman Ratan Tata announced. The funds will be utilized for providing protective equipment to medical personnel, respiratory systems for treating increasing cases, testing kits to ramp up testing in the country, and setting up treatment facilities for those who have already caught the virus. Apple launches app, website for COVID-19. Tech giant Apple Inc. has launched an app and a website that will help users do self-screening for COVID-19. The app offers an online screening tool, information about the disease caused by COVID-19 and guidance from the Center for Disease Control (CDC) on testing for COVID-19 and emergency care. The app is available on app stores as COVID-19. It will ask users questions about symptoms, location and risk factors, and then will provide appropriate up-to-date guidance from the CDC. IIT Gandhinagar launches Project Isaac. Indian Institute of Technology Gandhinagar, IITGN, has launched Project Isaac to engage its students in creative projects while they are confined to their rooms or homes because of lockdown due to COVID-19. The project is inspired by Sir Isaac Newton, who 350 years ago was similarly sent home by Trinity College, Cambridge, because of the Great Plague of London in 1665. Newton, then a 22-year-old college student, developed some of his most profound discoveries, including early calculus, as well as theories of optics and gravity. Samajwadi Party founder and ex-Union Minister Beni Prasad Verma passes away. Former Union Minister and Samajwadi Party leader Beni Prasad Verma passed away. He was 79. In 1996, Verma became the Independent Minister of State for Communications. He was also given the charge of Minister of State for Parliamentary Affairs. He was the Union Steel Minister in the UPA-II government. Padma Vibhushan awardee Satish Gujral passes away. Artist and architect Satish Gujral, renowned for his versatility across different mediums, has died. He was 94. Gujral, who was Padma Vibhushan awardee, was an architect, muralist, painter, designer, and sculptor.